Today I'm at Jonathan Dickinson State Park in Jupiter, Florida. I'm going to walk the Red Trail. It's a 4.8 mile loop trail. So let me show you around what's out here in the parking area. Well, this is the parking area. Nothing fancy. There's some benches out here. Picnic benches. Over here is the bathrooms. Give you a shot of the bathrooms. We're going to go over here, look at this board. You can get a map from the ranger station. We're going to be on the Red Trail right there. You can see it says 4.1 miles. All Trail says 4.8. I did take a screenshot of the All Trails map. So the start of the trail is over here. There's a sign up here that says that water is not treated, so don't drink any water out here. And bring some bug repellent because the mosquitoes are already bad in the middle of the day. Trail starts over there, so that's where we're going to be going. This is where the horse trail starts. You can see the trail's marked with the red. So we're headed this way. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I love to hike. Said earlier, I'm out the Jonathan Dickinson State Park walking the Red Trail. It's pretty warm out here. If you come out here, bring some bug repellent. Also bring some suntan lotion because there's no shade. We're going to be walking along this, looks like a power line road. So let me turn this around where I can show you what the trail looks like. Like I said, looks like we're walking a power line trail. See, this area over here is closed off. I don't know if you can see that, but they did a controlled burn over there. And we're gonna be walking around this area today over here. But when I got to the gate, they said that whole area over there was a controlled burn. I told them I wasn't going over there. So they gave me a map and told me where this area is at. The ground is, it's not too bad. It's not wet. It is sand. Make sure you have yourself a good pair of hiking boots if you come out here. We're coming up to the junction here. You can either go down the power line trail and loop around back over here, or you can go this way and loop back around the power line. I think I'm going to go down the power line and loop back and come back out here. So we're just going to continue going that way. Boy, it's going to be a hot one. Right now it says 84 degrees. Feels like 94. It's going to get a lot warmer. That's why when you come out on these trails, you always make sure you bring water with you. Try to bring some kind of electrolyte. I use Liquid IV, not sponsored by them, not sponsored by All Trails, but you need to stay hydrated, bring plenty of water. And if you're going to come out here, since there's no shade, if you like wearing hats, wear a hat. It'll also keep the sun off of you. I brought my Sony camera is a Mark 7. I'm gonna try to take some pictures. I tried to take pictures yesterday. I was at the Secret Woods in Fort Lauderdale and didn't hear any birds, didn't really see any wildlife, so I couldn't capture any pictures. I did see a mama and a baby on the way in on the road. I slowed down trying to get the camera ready to take a shot, and they ran off into the brush. I was going to keep continuing on. I'll give you a view of what it looks like out here. This is what a lot of Florida used to look like. They've overdeveloped it now, but that's what you're looking at if you buy some property up in northern part of Florida. Here's a sign on the trail, still telling us that we're on the red trail. Just keep going. Like I said, this follows the power line and it's going to loop around to the left. Started out down at Hollywood Beach this morning. I got there about 5:30. Set up the camera on a tripod. Take pictures of the sunrise. So I left there, drove an hour and a half north. Traffic's terrible to come here. Yesterday, like I was saying, I was out at the Secret Woods off Marina Mile, which is State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale. I just started editing that video, so I'll leave that video up here at the end of this one. So if you missed that video, you could go back and watch it. Now Monday, I'll be back home in North Carolina. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go. I might go back into Kings Mountain and hike one of those trails on Monday. My work schedule for the summer, taking Mondays off, so every Monday I should be out somewhere hiking and trying to get a video edited and put up on YouTube. I'm actually walking a trail next to that one because that sugar sand is terrible. So I'm trying to walk over here. It's a little more solid over here than walking in that. It'll wear you out. So if anything, I might walk in the middle of the trail where it's higher, because this is a horse trail. Plus it's a power line trail, so this road's out here so they can maintain the power lines. Have to follow the path to the left. As you can see, there's the red markings. That one there, you can follow it if you want to. I'm not sure where it goes. It's marked on the all trails. Another trail going that way. But you can follow it if you want to, but I'm not sure where it goes. It'll be an out and back trail. So we're going this way. I'm going to start looping back around to the left. I said, according to the sign, it's only a 4.1 mile hike. Saw a bear track back there. Only saw one, so it may have crossed out of the area where they were doing the controlled burns. So let me keep going and I'll get back with you. when you're going out hiking, make sure you have yourself a pair of boots, a really good pair of hiking boots. Break them in before you go on any hikes. Also get yourself a good pair of hiking socks. Now I use wool because wool will actually help wick away some of the sweat. And you got to be careful. You breaking in a pair of boots, you could end up with a couple of blisters. You might want to get yourself some moleskin. They sell it at the anywhere the local stores, they sell it. I used it when I was in the Army. I remember in the Army, the way we used to break in those leather boots, you'd have to get them soaking wet and wear them wet in order to break them in. So if anybody's ever been in the Army in the 80s and the 90s, and well, actually before that, you know what I'm talking about. Those leather boots would tear your feet up. Yeah, there's a horse out here. You can see some of the marks in the center of the trail. It's making it kind of rough to walk on the trail. I might just get off and walk on the side over here again. It's easier to walk in this stuff right here than it is to walk out there. Coming up to a sign. Show us we're on the right trail. You just follow the dirt road. You get lost of power lines over there. Runs along that way. So we'll just keep going. Not really seeing any wildlife out here. Figured I'd see a couple of birds, maybe I could take some pictures of. Nothing. Just like when I was at the secret woods yesterday. There's supposed to have been owls, cranes, red-headed woodpeckers. Saw none of that. So, not looking forward to seeing a bear. Maybe some deer. These some birds. I can stop and take some pictures of them. Like I said, I do have my Sony camera. It takes some really good pictures. I know I didn't mention at the beginning of the video, but this is another solo hike. I did tell you it's a 4.1 mile hike, but when you're out here by yourself and you're narrating and you're the camera guy, it could easily turn into a 5-6 mile hike. I did a 6 mile hike at Croft Park, at State Park in South Carolina. That turned out to be a 9 mile hike for me with all the video that I did. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that one. It's actually a 2-part series, but I walked over 9 miles to hike a 6 mile trail. So if you ever want to go hiking, just send me a message and let me know. And I'm just in Florida right now because I came back home on vacation. This is where I grew up. This is where I was born. So I hike around the North Carolina, South Carolina area. I can go into Georgia. So if you want to go hiking, or if you know of any really good trails, just send me a message. We'll get together and we'll go out and hike some of these trails. I'm gonna stop and take some pictures of some of these flowers. I'm actually wearing my new backpack that I got for Father's Day. First day I wore it is I went down to Key West with my wife, and she likes the Big Island, so we went down there and went shopping. And I carry a backpack with me because whenever you're shopping, you end up with a bunch of different bags, so I just stick it in a backpack. We were at an outlet mall one time, and I didn't bring the backpack, and I was putting all the t-shirts and stuff into a bag. We took a picture in a photo booth. I left that bag in the photo booth. There's probably about $300 worth of shirts and merchandise in there. When I went back to the photo booth, it was gone. So whenever I go shopping, I take the backpack with me. I wore it yesterday when I went to the Secret Woods. It has straps at the bottom for a bedroll. I just put my camera tripod bag on there and carried it around. Didn't see anything interesting, so I didn't have to break out the tripod. So it made the pack a little bit heavier, but it was fine. I thought I was going to be too sore to come out here today. I was debating last night whether I should come out here and walk this 4 miles, because it's not really the trail. It's also the hour and a half to get back, and I'm driving by myself. It is pretty warm out here. Still on the red trail. It's not as much sand. Let me turn the camera around and show you what the trail looks like now. Well, this is the trail. It's marked on a tree, so it's not as bad. You can walk around a lot of the horse prints, or horse steps, or horse hoof prints, whatever you want to call them. They're out here. Definitely bring you some bug spray, or do like I did. I put on some suntan lotion because I knew it was going to be hot, and also it'll help detour a lot of the bugs. But if you don't have any repellent, these bugs are going to tear you up. When I was sitting down at the bench, putting on my hiking boots and socks, mosquitoes started swarming me. That was before I put the suntan lotion on. So that could be pretty bad out here in Florida. Get the mosquitoes and the no-see-ums. Except I don't think we should call them no-see-ums, because you can actually see those bugs. Your arm will be covered with a bunch of black dots. Let me check the all trails to see where we're at. Yeah, it's coming up to a junction here. See the sign? The red trail goes that way. I was just told that that one goes off to down by the river, but I don't think I'm gonna go that way. And then there's another trail headed that way, which is marked. Let me move a little closer. Which is marked all 3 colors. Let me check the All Trails map to make sure I'm going in the right direction, because I believe I have to go that way. Yeah, I have to go this way. I stopped for a second to look at the All Trails map. The mosquitoes were just swarming. I was talking to a gentleman and his son, and they came from the horse stables. Basically, that's what it's called, the horse stables where I parked. It said it took them about an hour to get to this junction. They're going back around the other way where I came in at. So it looks like it's a further walk than what it is, but I'll be able to make it in no time at all. But the trail is looking the same again. Trying to stay on the solid part on the outside, because there's a lot of horse tracks in the center. Yeah, I guess this trail here must be all 3 trails coming together. because here's another sign, and then there's a red marking on the tree. Still seen no wildlife, but if you look over here, you can see where they did the controlled burn. Keeps the underbrush down out here. So I know on the any Everglades, lightning strikes out there a lot. It'll catch the Everglades on fire. So they do this in all the national parks. Even when I was in Kings Mountain, I've seen the controlled burns. So they try to burn down the underbrush. So if something happens and then there's a fire, they can pretty much contain it. Plus these roads right here are pretty much fire roads going through here. Coming up to another junction. Blue trail goes off to the right. Red trail goes off to the left. So you can see that it's got like a little arrow. And then right here on the tree, it's marked. I just came through that right there. That's some pretty thick sugar sand. It'll slow you down. Now we're coming back to a trail. It's a little bit harder ground. See, horses have been here through here too. There's another marker. Let you know that you're still on the red trail. I'm gonna keep going. According to All Trails, made it to the halfway point. It said 2.12 miles that I've walked. It says I've walked for over an hour. I got 44 minutes left on this trail. I did take a screenshot of it to show you. It's supposed to be like a little pine forest or something coming up here. It's marked on the trail. So I'm gonna just continue to walk and see where this little pine forest is, unless that's what I'm in now. Let me turn the camera. This is what they're calling the pine forest. It's just pine trees out here. Give you a shot of the trail. It's still pretty hard to walk on. Got to jump back and forth. Whoever's riding a horse out here, they look like they're riding on both sides. But this sugar sand will slow you down. Maybe this is what they're talking about. I don't know. It shows it on the map. So when I get a little bit closer, I'll get back with you and I'll show you what they're talking about. There's a deer. Always when I do not have the camera on, came from over there. It's right over there. I'm not going to be able to see it. Let me just keep the camera on for a minute. Let me slow down here. It's hard to see anything with the palms in the way. It's over there. It's just probably sitting still. As soon as I shut the camera off, it'll take off again. It's by itself. Nah, I don't believe it's by itself. There has to be more out here. All right, let me keep going. I was just getting ready to take a break. I was going to tell you that there are no benches out here. I'm just going to drop the backpack on the ground, drink me an electrolyte. I'm just looking around, see if there's anything else out here. Whoop, I feel raindrops. There's a cloud above me, but Florida's strange. It could be raining in your front yard, but not in your backyard. So here's the junction right here. Now I'm gonna take a seat on the bench there. Shows a red trail going that way too, but I'm not gonna even look that one up because it's not on the map. Let me take a break, get something to drink, and get back on the trail. Here's those benches. And let me see. There's that rain cloud. You can see there's nothing around the rain cloud. It's just right above me. So let me take a little small break. Finished taking a break. This is actually the Orange Trail. I'm gonna check the map because I think this might be the pine area they were talking about. I'm not sure where it goes. I don't have the actual park map with me. I left it in the car. So like I said, it's the Orange Trail. We're gonna be going this way. Back up the red trail. But before we get started, let me check the all trails, see if that's what this is. Oh, there's the Orange Trail going that way. I don't remember seeing the Orange Trail on the other side, but I'm sure. This is more of a footpath right here, less of a horse trail. But I'm sure it cuts across and goes way over there. I see a white sign. Power lines are over there. All we did was just circle around. I need to get moving because these mosquitoes are bad. Let me check the all trails and I'll get back with you. Yeah, that was the pine forest, the Orange Trail. There's an actual trail running through the center of Florida. It's like 1,600 miles. There's also a Boy Scout camp out here. I think it probably connects up to a lot of the different trails. Like in North Carolina and South Carolina, they have the mountain to ocean trails. You know, and part of that, you know, you also have the Appalachian Trail that runs from Georgia all the way through South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. But there is a lot of trails. That's why in all my videos I say get out of the city. Get out here, go hiking. Bring yourself a camera, take some pictures. Just stay hydrated and be careful where you're walking. Don't walk off any of the trails. Sometimes I have squirrel moments and I walk off the trails. But you can step in a hole and look, I'm about 40 minutes back to the horse stable. There's nobody out here. I seen that gentleman and his son, and that was what, about 25 minutes ago? Nobody out here. You get injured, you're in trouble. So you always got to be safe when you come out here. I say hike with somebody. My problem is I can't find anybody that wants to go hiking, so I end up going by myself. I've done a couple of videos with my son Taden, but we don't have the same work schedule for the summer. I have Mondays off, he has Fridays off. So we probably won't be doing too many videos over the summer. Let me keep on walking and see where it takes us. Coming up to another trail here. Coming up, this is the yellow trail going across here. Yellow trail. Marker number 5. So we're headed this way. And again, you can see the mark on the tree, let you know that this is actually the red trail so you don't get confused. It's always nice to come out on a trail and it's clearly marked. I went to a nature preserve in York, South Carolina, looking for a rail trail. The trail was not marked. I used my all trails and just made some waypoints as I went through the nature preserve. Found my way down to a creek, which I still plan on going back. It's going to be a future video. Maybe I'll go back there during the summer because I was looking for the rail trail. I found it, didn't realize I was on it, but I need to go back now and explore that trail and go back down to that creek. So we'll just keep on going until I walk on out of here. Made it to the 3-mile mark. 29 minutes left. I took a screenshot on all trails. According to the map, I'll be crossing 3 more junctions of the other trails out here. Once I get past the 3rd one, go back out to the power line road and back out to where I parked the car at the horse stables. Wow, that rain cloud that was above me was shading me for a while. I don't know if you saw the cloud go away and the sun come out. I can't tell. I'm sure it got a lot brighter on the camera. But I was kind of happy that cloud was following me. Now it's left me, and I got to walk the last 29 minutes in the sunlight. Looks like there's another junction up here. I see a sign. I see the sign for the red trail, but I don't know what trail this is connecting. I don't see a sign. Oh, it looks like a blue trail. There's the red trail goes that way. That's the way we're going to be going. I'll get a little closer and show you this. So this is the blue trail. Continuing on that way. Coming up to another junction. All Trail said I walked 3.44 miles. So this is pole number 6. Blue Trail. Came from that direction. You see the sign telling us to go this way, and I see a red marker on the tree up there. So we're about 3.5 miles in. It says about 20 minutes, I think. It might be around 15 minutes. Getting close. Sun's definitely out. Got a slight breeze. Comes and goes though. At least it'll keep the bugs off of me until I get out of here. As you can see, nothing has changed. Still the same. There's a rain cloud coming in. So I need to get out of here. I wouldn't be too upset if it started raining on me. I just have to pack up the camera. That happened to me when I was at the Kings Mountain National Military Park. I was hiking with my 2 grandsons. We waited all morning. The rain would start, stop. Finally it stopped and we hiked the trail. Right at the end, it started pouring down rain on us. But we finished it. So you might want to go check out that video. Let me keep walking. On some really soft sugar sand out here. Coming up to another trail crossing. Looks like we're going to be going to the left. There's a mark on that tree over there. We're headed that way back towards the power line trail and walk on out of here. You see there's a mark on this tree. Looks like it's got a mark. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't see any markings on this trail. That's just a piece of the bark. Not sure what trail that is. Doesn't say. So we're going to follow the red sign. There's a marker on the tree too. As I said, this will take us back towards the power line, and then we'll walk on out back to the horse stall. Let me get up here and show you there's another marker in front of me. It says I have 18 minutes left. There's a mark on the map a little ways up here. It says something about wildflowers. So maybe I can break out the camera and get some really good pictures of some flowers. Saw one deer out here. No turtles. No squirrels. Raccoons. Possums. Nothing. I know it's in the middle of the day. It's almost 12 o'clock. So probably won't find them out in the middle of the day. I got to get out of here because between 1 and 4 is the hottest part of the day. And I don't want to be out here no longer than I have to when it starts getting hot. I'll get back with you when I get up here by the wildflowers. And I'll probably just stop to take some pictures. Well, I haven't made it to the wildflowers yet, but here's another trail junction coming up. The other trail's not marked either. It may have been an old trail or an old road running through here. Oh, it is marked. That's the blue trail. As you can see, we're at marker number 7. Let me walk a little closer. This is the blue trail cutting straight across. But from the sign, we have to go this way. There's our red marker on the tree. Hope the flower garden's not up that trail. I don't think I want to detour off with it being 12 o'clock and getting really hot out here. Let me check the all trails again. No, that wasn't it. It's actually called the Wildflowers. It's not too far up here, about another 5 minutes. And then just beyond that is the power line. I've been taking screenshots of the all trail every time we come up to a junction, so I can put them up in the video so you can see where all the trails are connecting together. Marker on the tree. Yeah, nothing's changed. Landscape is the same. You're just walking down an old dirt road. Palmetto bushes and pines. They cut this poor tree down for whatever reason, but they kept the red sign on it. Actually, they repainted it. Cut the tree down, but left the sign on there, or the marker on there. Let me keep traveling on till I get to that flower garden. I guess that's what they're calling the flower garden. Yeah, it's just a bunch of flowers. I thought they actually had a garden out here. Let's see what's up here. There's a sign in the middle of the road here, or road, middle of the trail. Let's see what it says. Please do not stop in areas between signs. I guess you can't leave the trail. I don't know. There's a pretty good sized marking on the tree up here. There's a marking on a tree right there. No stopping on trail between signs. There's some, zoom in a little bit. Right there. Right there. And then you come around to the other side. There's a mark right there. Not sure what it means. zoom back out, continue on down the trail. Flower garden was not what I expected. Same flowers I've seen all along the trail. Here's another sign over there. Zoom in, there's another one right there. Not sure what that means. Maybe I'll stop and ask the ranger on the way out. Coming back to that junction at the power line trail. We're going to go to the right. Follow the trail on out down the power line. Looks like somebody's in front of me. That might be the gentleman and his son that I saw. Well, it's 3 people. Yeah, they're hiking out. Looks like they got more gear than I have. Maybe they stayed overnight. I don't know. If you're going to bring somebody hiking, make sure it's somebody who can actually handle the hike. If I would have brought somebody out here that wasn't used to this type of heat and this type of terrain, it would have been pretty difficult on them. I know I always say in the comments that, you know, if you want to go hiking, but some of these hikes are pretty brutal. It may take me a long time to hike these trails, even though it's only like 4 miles. Like I said, when I'm doing it solo, it's a little bit harder. The heat, the sugar sand made it pretty difficult today. So let me get out of here. I got an hour and a half to get back home. Thank you for coming along with me on this adventure out at Jonathan Dickinson State Park on the Red Trail, the 4.1 mile. If you like these kind of videos, please help me grow this channel, share this content, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you'd like to go hiking with me. Let me know what you like about this trail. I will leave information about the state park in the comments. Remember, get out of the city, get out of your hiking. That's what these state parks and trails are for. You're only one step away from your next adventure, so lace up those boots, get out here, start hiking. See you on our next adventure. God bless.